And you've just seen how quickly Max judges work. That's how that works. Okay, let me go ahead and go.
I mean, it wasn't for me. We'll leave it there.
It wasn't for you.
It was not
Which
serving
means it shouldn't
me.
be for any of you either.
Okay, I'm not going to say the brand it was either, though. I don't want to do that to the people.
Oh, they might have heard it. It's fine. Yo!
Well, we can bleep it out.
We're
We can
kicked
bleep it
off.
out. Yeah.
Welcome to Majority Report, your
Because one day I might need
podcast.
to work with them.
Look at you. Look at you. I just want to get us started. And John just said...
I got their shoes on,
We
too.
can't talk over each other.
Oh no, we got to blur up.
Blur out the
shoes
kicks.
on.
Blur out the
Oh
kicks.
God.
All right, we ready?
No, we already started. Let's just go. We'll figure it out. Oh wait, let me
I'm
guys.
so dead. There's no welcome today.
No, guys, in order to like sync the audio,
This is
well,
the Max Mitchell conversation in a nutshell, everybody. Just there's no intro. You're just jumping right
well,
in.
I'm stuck with the boys today, clearly.
we have an intro-ish. So let me just clap y'all. That y'all don't know what I'm doing, but I gotta sync this stuff in post. So
That normally happens off screen.
Right?
hey, we're back. All right, you got it.
We're back. Okay, well, skipping our official intro, we're going to talk about some interesting work that we've all seen in the campaign world lately. And then we're going to get into a little bit of what Majority does, how we all got here, and how important it is that the space we're all working in, especially as our point of view matters. People of color in marketing. It sounds corny, but it's really important. And to that, I'm going to kick y'all off because we were just talking about some work that Max has very strong feelings about. But I'm gonna let y'all, what's been going on before we get into our topic? How y'all feeling? Actually, pause. Our Majority Mixer has already sold out. That's a big deal. If y'all RSVP'd, amazing. If you didn't, there will be others.
Keep going.
But it's sold out and we're really happy about it. It's gonna be at Claremont Lounge soon.
Nice.
And hopefully you're there.
I think I'm adding it to my calendar.
I'm calling him out on the spot. I gotta drag him outside.
I think it's still white on my Google Calendar, but it eventually will
Which
be
means-
blue. Just means I haven't gotten to it yet.
Good.
Hey man,
I'm trying to take it a day at a time, y'all.
support the home team.
Facts.
It's in the evening, right?
It's in the evening. It's in the evening. Check out our socials. You can get all the details you need on our link tree. Everything's there.
Q Gunner sold out dates. I mean, we're doing it.
We are. But yeah, we'll skip right into it because we be talking for a while about some of this stuff. Let's talk about the work that we've been seeing that has stood out to us or didn't stand out. We can talk about the things that aren't working as well.
Cool. I mean, the first thing I think, shout out to Max, he dropped this in, we have a Slack channel where we just drop cool stuff as a company, and he dropped in this new work from Liquid Death. And they're getting into the world of sports gambling with this one. They're partnering with like Yahoo Fantasy Sports, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And honestly, just curious to get y'all's thoughts on like, you know, one, what did you think of the ad? But two, like, how do you feel about the idea of like a drink brand getting into like sports gambling, because that's kind of out of space.
Well, I'm going to stop you right there.
Oh, what's up?
I don't think it's gambling.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't think you.
It's just fantasy.
Yeah, I think it's just fantasy football.
Interesting.
I don't think.
Denial.
Well, no, I don't think you can gamble on Yahoo. I know you can gamble on like Sleeper and
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm sadly that percentage of men that does not gamble on sports. So
I mean,
I wish I knew more. But no, I think the space is really cool. I think what Liquid Death has been doing as of late, obviously, I think they're a very well received brand. I think the ideas they have behind the brand are really cool, but I think we're continuing to see them start to extend out into more and more partnership opportunities. And I mean, something as easy as fantasy football coming up. I think it's the first year that Yahoo Sports is going to do a guillotine league in fantasy football, and I'm going to be a little geek for the next 20 seconds and we can let it go. But like the guillotine league is essentially whoever has the lowest total in points that week, their team's eliminated from the league, and then their players are added into free agency. So it's one of those ones where by the last week of the NFL season, it's a super team against a super team.
Oh.
That's collected all of the best players of all the teams that have been eliminated throughout the year.
Oh, dang. So you might have had like a really good draft. You might have gotten like some really good players, but let's say you lose.
And someone got hurt, like your quarterback got a concussion, Chris Olave got hurt again, then you're out of luck, and then all of a sudden they're in free agency. If you're a team that just skated by, maybe you can get their star quarterback,
So it was always called that.
No, I think
Oh, okay.
well, I think the Guillotine League has been available in other fantasy football markets.
Okay.
But essentially in Yahoo Sports, I don't think they've ever done it until now, and I think it was pretty cool that Liquid Death found a way to say, "Hey, we're going to help you guys announce this and amplify this like on our platform and yours." So.
Wow, that is so interesting. I like that the partnerships that they're doing more and more now, they're still being themselves. Liquid Death is still, they're bringing their thing to these partnerships and making it work.
And it's not gambling, so apologies on that. It's not gambling.
I have a question on that. Because then what are the high stakes for playing fantasy? There's something on the line, right?
Well, it depends. I feel like some people, it's just pride within like their friend group. Some people have, $20, $50, $100, and maybe even more buy-ins for their fantasy leagues as far as like who's going to win. So I think, it all just kind of depends on what you're into. I've heard of some friends who do those fantasy leagues, and then they got to be in those. If they get last place, they have to go to like a Waffle House for like 24 hours. Like, in every waffle they eat removes like an hour. It's weird.
Oh my God.
And if they're your friends, they're not your friends. Get out while you still can.
I believe they're friends.
What about the ad itself? How did y'all feel about the ad itself?
I just think it's fun. It's easy. I think if you're into fantasy football, obviously it's for you. You get it. We've all been there when a kicker's made a 60-yarder or a quarterback's thrown a pick, and you're like, well, there goes the week. But I just think it's something fun. It's exciting. There's some energy. There's action behind it. And I think at the end of the day with advertising, if you're going to be interrupting somebody's watching pleasure, like, make it worthwhile. Make it something that they can go, even if I'm not going to join the Yahoo Fantasy Football League, that was kind of cool. Or that was fun. Or, oh, you know what? That made me laugh. I've never had a Liquid Death. Maybe the next time I'm in a bodega or just like a corner store, I might pick one up. Give it a try.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because I have never done fantasy leagues of any kind, and I can still appreciate the ad. And I also appreciate just the reactions. I'm big on, my whole movie situation. So I like the acting. I like the reactions that they had. I liked how the script worked. I like that they had the whole fake blood situation. That's another thing in like the movie universe. There's discussions on like, what does the blood look like? Because some people treat it differently. So I got a laugh out of how they treated like the guillotine blood in the ad. So yeah, I appreciated what they did with it.
I wish more brands would get back to that space, because like, we know Liquid Death, okay, they do the edgy things. Sometimes maybe they take it too far. I don't know. I haven't found that personally to be the case. Mm-hmm. But I just appreciate the fact that they could do something like this, because again, like, not with us, but I've seen in the past, like, sometimes clients, even when you get close to the line or something like that, they're like, no.
Yeah.
Like, legal, or sometimes the person who's the decision maker just doesn't want to do it. But
Right.
Liquid Death, it's kind of paid dividends for them. So,
And I think like that's kind of one of their superpowers, like in the ad space, is because they don't really have many guardrails that I can see you in their advertising. I feel like they truly get into a room together and they're throwing ideas out, and they're like, yeah, like, we haven't kind of pigeonholed ourselves into like any space, or we don't have to, necessarily say this exact thing in every single spot. Let's just have fun with it.
yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, like, that on top of the product being a good product, it's going to sell itself. Because at the end of the day, in marketing or advertising, if you're a brand that's trying to get in someone's, consideration list, mm-hmm. you have to knock somebody else off. So what are you doing in your advertising? What are you doing in your product offerings that's making someone go, you know what? I normally get, an Arnold Palmer from Arizona Iced Tea, but, Liquid Death, I've really been digging their stuff. Oh, there's one right there. Let me try it. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're not buying Arizona Iced Teas for 99 cents anymore. Mm. But I think after the tariffs, they're not going to be 99 cents, so we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But, you're getting those opportunities to be in front of people and make them consider, hey, maybe this brand I've loved for a very long time, maybe I'm starting to, switch up.
Yeah. That's real.
Yeah, and then again, I kind of already said it, because when they partner up, they make sure it makes sense. But it's just finding opportunities. Like you mentioning how the whole guillotine leagues work, and that being the perfect space, honestly, for Liquid Death to wink nod at the whole guillotine thing is, it's really smart. It's really smart. So yeah, there's that. And then I think we're also going to talk about some of the Columbia work that's been out. Those are our final thoughts on Liquid Death. There's some other work in the apparel space.
More work that popped up in our Slack was work from Columbia. Of course, we know they do outdoor apparel, the whole nine. Mm-hmm. Personally, and this is no shot to them, I've always thought of Columbia as kind of like a very boring, safe brand. Very much in the functional space of their stuff works, but like
It does.
Y'all know, like, I like streetwear and shit. So
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. like I'm not even looking their way.
Let me get
for
some
real.
Arc'teryx, you know, let me get some Merrell. Merrell been jumping out here a little bit, you know. But on the real, like, looking at their work, I don't know if y'all got a chance to see it yet. Just the first 2 spots that I saw from their commercial, I'm like, oh my God, this is so great. Like, you're shedding, like, the boring kind of, like, energy that's around y'all. And you're not trying to jump into a cultural space of, like, hey, we're streetwear, we're cool, but you're still doing stuff that, like, feels interesting and worthy of consumer attention, to your earlier point.
Yeah, and I think another cool thing about them is that in 2 of their shorter spots that they did, they really focused on illustrating how effective the product is. You know, because even to your point, right, when we think of Columbia, I just know of, like, reliable. Like, hey, like I'm not gonna look fly in my Columbia jacket, but I'm gonna be warm.
I don't know. I had this orange puffer.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, Columbia, I'm sorry.
She was nice.
But you know what I mean? It's like it's more of a tried and true, something that's like, hey, I know if I buy this, I'm getting high quality. And in that space, it's great when people know that you have a quality product. But again, how are you making it fun or something that they like want to look into? Like, I don't want to spoil it, but I think, are we going to add links to the spots that we're talking about in the episode?
I mean, I think we can.
It's a brilliant idea, Max.
I think it'd just be good so that people can also relate to what we're talking about, right? But I think in one of the spaces, right, they have this one woman in like this crazy Columbia jacket to stay warm. They have her in like a massive snowball. It's like, yeah, we're gonna like launch her off a cliff, and it's like, wait, what? And
Yeah,
you
that
know,
was crazy.
real, fake, not whatever it is. It's still fun. It's fun, and they get her out of the snowball, and she's like, I'm not cold. And even though it's something so silly, so simple, there's something just so fun about it. Same with the guy where they're like, we tied together 38 pairs of pants and dangled him over, over a canyon with a helicopter. It's like, all right, I don't really know if you did it, but hey,
You know what,
what's associated with that brand now?
Let's
Hey,
just
those
check.
pants held.
Yeah.
So I know that they're reliable. They're probably not going to rip, and that they're sturdy, and they're probably going to last me a long time.
It's funny, like, as we're talking, like, I'm seeing, like, this theme emerge of, like, really just wanting brands to get back to having fun.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to overthink it. Granted, everybody has different, like, there's a lot of headwinds to making great work.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like, are we having fun with this? Are we, like, really trying to grab consumers' attention? And yeah, long story short, I just think that's an interesting theme that I'm seeing here. 2 brands that are focused on having fun, and the other stuff comes through because I think they kept the main thing the main thing.
And here's the other thing, because I really appreciated the mixed media of having some of the animation help tell the story along with like the footage they were shooting. And I think that was a nod to some of their, it might have been 80s or further back. It was a nod to some of their older work, probably older cartoons that were on or around, the animation style. I loved that. So not only were they really showing you something interesting, but they were also displaying it in an interesting way that made you lock in to actually continue watching the ad, like they they checked all the boxes for keeping me engaged.
Yeah.
Box
Love it.
check-in.
Box checking. The question is, will you guys buy, will your next jacket, will your next pair of pants be Columbia? That's the thing. It's getting people that don't pay attention, like John being like, let me see what REI got going on.
I mean, the next time I'm in REI and I'm looking for a rain jacket because I'm in the market.
There you go. There you go.
I might have to take a peek though, but like again, like that's all you need. You just need to make sure that as a brand you're entering that consideration space, because again, like when we all think about the things that like we buy and we purchase, there's typically about 3 or 4 brands that are like on the top of our list that go, okay, I know if I can't get this is like my secondary option. If I can't get this is my secondary option. And then after that, it's kind of the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
So again, what are you doing to get in front of people and make your brand known, seen, heard, and just like what's the positive relationship that we're having with your brand?
And you know what? You bring up a good point in the fact that I definitely need a rain jacket. So maybe Columbia might sneak in that consideration set.
Y'all both happen to need rain jackets? What's going on? What am I missing? Y'all going to a rain party or something?
I mean, what if we are?
I mean,
That's rude, because I didn't get an invitation.
yeah, it's elite.
I mean, do you want to get stuck in the rain?
I would like to purchase a new Columbia rain jacket and go to the rain party.
OJ would like consideration. So just like brands.
Hey,
OJ
It's
wants to
just
be
crazy
considered.
that y'all both are in the market for a rain jacket. Who says that?
Look, man.
Anyways,
Gore-Tex and rain jackets. It's a lifestyle.
I mean, it wasn't raining that much in the last week. You gave us like 7 straight days.
It just rained before we got here.
I got lucky too for my birthday. It was clear day.
Hey.
It was clear day. What are any other like even smaller things y'all noticed? There's like some TikTok trends because we're doing great on time that I think were actually really fun that I'm waiting for brands to hop on. But anything else y'all been seeing on social or in the campaign world worth giving a shout out to?
Yeah, I can give a couple shout outs from some things I've seen because, you know, I think Geico is such an interesting brand because obviously they have like more of like their heavy hitter ads they've done over the years that everyone loves. And as of late, I saw some discourse. I think they had some where it was like Boat U versus like Home U or like Home U versus like Road U. And they were very simple. They were easy 15s, but there was just something fun and just great about it. And I think sometimes with ads, we all think we have to be Barry Bonds and we have to hit a home run every single time we're at the plate. But if you're just getting on base, you're giving your brand an opportunity to, again, be considered in a positive light. And again, I mean, maybe when I don't know if I'm ever going to have a boat because, you know, there are limited opportunities here in Georgia and the one lake I'm definitely not going on, even though I know I'm probably good.
Stay off that lake. What you mean you good? Time out.
Well,
all right.
You know,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, this can't make the cut, but yeah, that'll be an after dark. That'll be an after
All
dark.
right, we'll be discussing.
report.
We'll be discussing that after.
But you know, like for home, for auto, if I'm starting to think about bundling, you know, I think Geico will be in the back of my mind just because I've seen fun ads from them over time. Because again, it's like that's such a boring space that they have found ways to. I mean, think about home insurance, car insurance, boat insurance. Like that's not anything where you're like, oh man, can't wait to make that purchase. And so, to me, how are you making it so that people are excited about the opportunity to have you insure their home?
Yeah, that's good to know that. Not good to know. I guess we're already aware that Geico hasn't let us down because they have high expectations as far as like what kind of spots they're putting out and what their content is. But yeah, they haven't like dropped the ball with these little simple things they're doing.
Well, and sometimes you have more budget. Like I think what they did, and I might if I get this wrong, I'm so sorry, everyone. I think they did the spot with the backup quarterbacks. Right? Was that them? And if it wasn't, take this out.
We will leave it in.
But I'm pretty sure they were the ones that did it with backup quarterbacks. So it was like Colt McCoy and like a couple other like well-known backup quarterbacks. And it was something that was so coded for NFL fans that like really knew about them.
Okay.
But it was a fun opportunity to say like, hey, we're calling in the backup. Because again, like in football, quarterback gets hurt, the backup quarterback has to come in. Hey, they're working on something at the house. The wife's like, hey, hon, not really getting it done. Let's call in the backup. And the quarterback runs in. It's such a small thing that's just fun. Where you're like, oh, this is funny.
You're right,
And
by
even
the
if
way.
it's not a home run, again, it's like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
You're right, by the way. It was one of the QBs was Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett, yeah.
Brissett,
Long
so-
I was
time
about to
back
call
up.
him brisket. That's funny. I know nothing about football. Clearly.
He should have a brisket deal. Jacoby, talk to your people.
Because
Brissett.
right away my brain was like, that's a cool brisket. What's
Brissett. Brisket.
Bring out
Yeah.
the meat. Is
Biscuit.
that bad?
Hey,
Briskets with Brissett. Stop it. Come
make
on.
a content series.
Stop it.
Could be great.
Hey, we giving out free ideas here.
Yeah.
Y'all need to come shop with us.
That was a
man.
free idea. Who's the
saying.
meat company? I'm learning. I did not know you were this into football. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, big time.
I'm learning about my coworker friend today.
I mean, I might look one day. I'll start writing some sports stuff for Majority Report, but until then,
Don't tease us with a good time.
I gotta slow down.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard. We gotta hold you to it now.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna cut that right out and make sure we have that ready to go.
Yeah. Max's Corner.
Max's Corner. It even sounds nice.
See, this is why y'all gotta really rock with us.
I will
ideas
not,
on
not
the
be
fly.
having any prize picks though, so don't be looking at me for no gambling advice. I'm not doing it.
That's funny. Yeah, I can tell the gambling isn't. This is the second time he's like gambling.
I grew up Southern. Nah, we ain't doing
It's
that.
got-
As did we all.
It's gotten really degenerative though. Like,
They all lose money, and then like if you've seen any of like the reports on like John Oliver, it's like they even show the people that are gaming the system, they find a way to get you out, just like the casinos.
oh sure.
So it's like
Dang.
so if they're letting you continue to play, you're the sucker. PSA.
The house always wins.
So these Drewski Prize Picks ads are really just
Him and Jamie Foxx are doing y'all dirty. Y'all think it's all love.
because I've been seeing. I'm like, wow, Drewski really got a Prize Picks deal, and it's a lot of that stuff coming out. But yeah, I would never actually participate. So good to know. Good to know.
But Jamie, don't come for me. I saw your I'm your conscience thing again last night, so I don't want to
Oh
smoke.
no.
Oh snap. Okay. Well.
It was great. It was great.
I'm like, wait a second. Okay. Well, to that, if there's no other work that we want to like really care about, we can kind of get into majority and get into one where we work. Not everyone fully understands being an agency of the culture, what we mean by that, what the whole like mission of Majority Agency is. So we can kind of get into that, kind of how we got here, what we do here. Our titles were on the screen in the beginning, but we will actually explain what we do here. Since y'all messed up my intro, I was gonna say we got John, Friendly Neighborhood Strat. I'm OJ, the Crazy Juice Lady.
Peace came out too early. I feel awkward. I thought we were going this way. I didn't know we were going 1, 3,
Well,
2.
you're the guest. You're the guest. So I was gonna
That's
like
crazy.
boom, boom,
That's
And
crazy.
then
All right.
our esteemed
and then
guest.
our
make it
esteemed
about me.
guest.
What's going on?
What is you got any cool nicknames we don't know about? Everyone's heard Max Millionaire. Well, no, I wasn't gonna call you that.
Okay. Well, whoever's saying that, I need to have a one-on-one with tomorrow.
No, sorry. I just mean in the world in general. Like Max Millionaire is a popular
gotcha.
nickname for Max,
I feel
but
you. But
he
yeah,
will
no.
be on more episodes. Y'all are gonna hear from him, and he'll have a name.
Double M.
It's gonna be great,
Double MG.
especially because he said Max's Majority Corner. So double M like occurred to me when he said that.
I mean, hey, off camera discussions, y'all can see how the work gets made. I'm telling you, shameless plug for the agency again. Come on, us, yo. Like we just ideas on the fly. Who does it like this? You know. So
No, go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead and get your stuff off first then, because it was just a
Oh,
little bit
about-
about like, yeah, like what do you do at Majority, and why do you think, not that it matters, but like what's different about doing it here?
yeah, I can touch on both. So
Yeah.
senior strategist over here at Majority. I don't write none of the commercials. I don't do none of the graphic stuff. Yeah, you never know, man. The kid is all over the place. But no, I genuinely just represent the voice of the consumer when I'm in the room. So anytime creators are coming up with ideas, my job is to always make sure things are grounded, one, in the strategy that we've agreed upon, and two, make sure things align with, again, that target consumer that we're trying to hit. So primarily been doing that for Sprite, NBA G League, a couple other places. But I mean, what really separates Majority from other places is like from the inception, like this idea of doing general market work and multicultural work when everything makes sense. But I think the thing about our industry is like a lot of times, like when when brands want to do something for the quote unquote general market, they kind of say, okay, we'll go to a quote unquote traditional agency, and then we'll go to a multicultural agency specifically to talk to Black, Hispanic, Asian, et cetera, consumers. I think the one thing that this place has really done well and really shown is like, hey, like that's an antiquated way of thinking. Like people are people, right? And we understand culture, and because we understand culture, we can impact any audience that you want us to impact. And yeah, I think personally, I just think that's why we stand head and shoulders above competition, because again, it's all a mindset and it's all rooted in like the foundation of what this agency is about. Other places try to bake it on top, and it doesn't really work because, again, like it's kind of like a
Nasty souffle. Sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
like legit. Like imagine you bake a cake and the cake is already baked, and you're just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna put this bootlegged ass icing on top and hope that it works.
I love the word bootleg. Oh my god.
You know,
kind of like raisins in the potato salad.
woo, man.
Oh
what?
man, he took it there.
That's legit. That's legit what people do.
Wow.
That's a full quote.
But that's my rant, man. That's yeah, we don't do that over here, man. Raisins in the potato salad. You need
We're
to be
going
locked
to
up.
cut so much of my tomfoolery.
Oh, absolutely
I'm
not.
sorry.
We need all the
I'm sorry,
tomfoolery.
everybody.
We'll check with you before.
But then
we
yeah,
go live.
everything John just said.
I'm gonna let my manager
getting pulled out.
approve my content. I'm gonna outsource that.
Real.
Oh my gosh, tell us a little bit about yourself, Max. Go ahead.
For sure. Hey, I'm Max, for those of you that don't know. But no, I'm on the account side here at Majority, so a lot of my work really is the in-between between client, what they're looking for, what they're trying to achieve, and ultimately still giving power to the voices of our creative team and our vision for what we're wanting to really execute for the brand. And so a lot of that, sometimes you're able to really be part of the creative process in there with creative, which is very fun, but at the same time there are times where you have to be the bad guy and you come back in with feedback from client that's hey, I know you guys really want to do this, but we need to go another direction. Who's walking in behind me?
Hello. Sierra saying hi.
We do a lot of impromptu stuff here.
Yeah.
We do a lot of impromptu stuff here. I'm dead.
But
Hi, we have a special yay. Y'all hopefully all know Sierra by now.
We got real jobs.
BJC.
So, yeah.
Can't make everyone work every time. But no, I mean, a lot of the work here, I think it's really cool. I think we have a lot of great diverse voices here at the agency. But I think we just have really talented people that are open to collaboration. I think some agencies you go to, it's very much a hierarchy, and what one person above another person says goes. But I think there's a lot of space here for collaboration and just conversation and saying, hey, I really have a lot of heart for this idea. Will you please give me the opportunity to really push for this? And I think you need that within the agency model, because without that, some of the best stories, some of the best creative or content is not going to get made.
That's a fact.
Love it. Gotta go.
She said you sound great. Bye.
See you.
Oh, your braids look amazing. Am I tripping? Was her hair braided yesterday?
Oh.
Damn door.
This door is our enemy of the pod. I think it's the curtain. Can you help her grab?
Thank you.
Hey guys, we're a real podcast, man. We don't fake the funk and none of that extra.
We are not
editing.
AI. That's what Cherie would say.
Legit. OJ?
I was gonna say, once again, I want to keep commenting on the stuff that y'all say because that was so well said, and you spoke to how the agency model works here at Majority, which is a big deal. Like, the agency is still kind of young, and the way the agency model has been lending itself towards people getting to step in and have these crazy opportunities, where honestly they should, because people's voices matter is a really big deal. So I love how you touched on that. And then yes, I'm OJ. My full name is Ojuana. No one calls me that. Senior designer here, but I also, I don't want to say dabble because it's more than that. I'm the dabbler. That sounds bad. I do a little bit of art direction. I do the social. We've been doing the podcast now that we're also all working on together. But yeah, I've been at Majority for 3.5 years now, and I've gotten a chance to work on a lot of different stuff, which is amazing. And when it comes to the creative side, I want to shout out Michael. Michael is our, I always say it backwards, GCD, Group Creative Director. Thank you. He's really a blessing to work with and have someone that cares so much about the creative, but also really understand how the corporate side of it works and help creatives understand how to surf the line between the two, while still being as creative as they can, has been incredible. Learned a lot from him, done a lot for how Majority works on the creative side, and it's great. So yeah, that's my spiel.
Okay.
Being here. Let me know if I missed something. I might have.
No.
Okay.
I think we've kind of covered all bases. If we keep it a bean, really special place to work. Really love the people here too. Hence the earlier comment about did C have braids yesterday? We were all hanging out after work. Super Smash Brothers. We play. I'm surgical with it.
I watched him hustle us with Jigglypuff yesterday. That is crazy. Don't even get me started.
But yeah, I think the way, the way this agency was built from the ground up is it's a special thing.
Yeah, and I think just diversity of thought so important. I know we had kind of talked about that a little bit off camera, but something that when we think about just the advertising space and having differing perspectives, I think it's so important. I'll give a quick story.
Yay!
So I live in the Little Five area, and I think me and my mom went for a walk. We went over to a little wine bar just to celebrate her one day, and on the way out, I saw this really beautiful art piece that was outside of home. It's they were essentially just saying hey, we're done with this art, but if you want it,
wow,
you can have it. And I was oh, that's really dope. I'd love to hang that up in my place. Maybe we'll come back. And they had some pillows of their patio furniture laying out, and my mom's oh man, these pillows are great. I can't believe they're gonna get rid of them. I'm Mom, no, those are drying. Those are not just free to take, right? And so obviously we come back, the paintings are there, I get it. The people that own the house are out there, and like we're joking about it with them, like, oh, my mom thought like these were also for sale, and it's like, oh gosh, no, like they were like, oh, we would have been so sad, you know.
She just walks off with
right,
them.
right, because if I'm not there and they have somebody else that, you know, my mom had somebody else that was there that was like mine, it was like, oh yeah, these are great pillows, let's take them. Those homeowners are going to come out and go, what? Like, what happened? You know, and they're going to think like it was a crime against them when really it was just a miscommunication between two different people. And I think like that's, and what I'm trying to say is essentially like I was the other person in the room going like, hey, like that's not how this works. And I think you have to have those because at the end of the day, we all have our biases, we all have our blind spots just based on our nature, nurture, like and where we come from. And so for us to have a better understanding of the world, not only that we live in, but that everyone lives in, you have to have differing voices and different pieces of content and different stories that are out there. Because without it, like, we won't know. You know, I think about, you know, Dallas Buyers Club, the movie that Matthew McConaughey did, right? Like, that was a story that me and my friends have never known, but like for somebody out there, like that was a very real story. Same thing could be said about, Brokeback Mountain, right? I think like that came out way back with Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger. But again, like that was another story that for some needed to be told just to have, again, more exposure. And I think those kinds of stories and like that kind of art is vital because at the end of the day, I personally learn more from art than I do in my own life sometimes. There are things that you see in a TV show or in a movie or in like a documentary that gives you such perspective or it teaches you more about yourself than like you even know.
Wow.
And I think all that's really important to have. So back to where I was going with it is that in the ad space, you have to have differing voices, people that are coming from different backgrounds, because at the end of the day, you know, while we might have a Spanish speaker working on a Spanish script for us, if we have somebody that is like living in Mexico or is from South America, and it's like, oh, hey, actually that word works and from a translation standpoint, but like culturally, that's not what we say. We say that it's like that representation matters, again, if you're trying to connect back to your audience. And so I just think that kind of stuff's really important. And that's why, again, I love working here because I've learned so much culturally, you know, coming from the background I come from of like, I swam my whole life, right? So like you're around a lot of like Caucasian families. So, you know, when I meet people that went to HBCUs, they have a totally different life experience than me. People that went to school overseas, they have a totally different life experience than me. And at the end of the day, for us to grow as people and become the best people we can, we need those stories and those interactions just to give us more perspective. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm not trying to make this like political, but like, you know, like people just see stuff like people see stuff like on the news and think like, okay, that's all people.
Yeah.
And that's why those things matter. Like I'm just freestyling now, so my bad, y'all. But like I was watching the Boondocks.
Story time.
I was watching the Boondocks again the other day.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is so coded. Like there's so many small things he's touching
it's supposed to be.
Oh,
yeah.
for
No,
sure.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's like, but there's so many small things. I mean, same can be said about the TV show Atlanta. There's so many small
Brilliant
things that
show.
you, from like the lives that we've lived and the interactions we've had like throughout society, there are things that only like we really get. Like I have friends in Florida that were like, I don't get it, and I'm like, oh, you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Which was
Interesting.
sad, but it was cool to have art that was actually made for you, with you as the consumer in mind.
I like that you're saying this because the other thing about it is that if you didn't go to college, you didn't travel a lot, or you didn't grow up in a certain place, you really can learn a lot from reading the stories, watching the movies even. I know everyone's like read books, which is really important, but also watching movies about a lot of different cultures or situations is another way to like educate yourself, even if it's fiction, of course, on like different ways of life and how things work. So I appreciate the movie pulls and the life story that came in there. That was really great. Any final thoughts from John before we wrap this thing up?
I'm not gonna lie. So I was split between trying to think of some work that I've seen recently that's like informed me on like other cultures, and I'm sure it exists, and I just can't remember because the other half of my brain was being taken over by Atlanta and the urge to say he do got an alligator. That's the alligator man.
Yo. One of the best episodes of Atlanta. That should be required watching, honestly. Watch it if you're in school, even.
Yeah. He said,
Learn
that's
something.
right. I got an alligator. No, that was just such a fun episode.
That's gonna be another a pull from this. But yeah, if we don't have anything else, don't forget to follow us on socials, Majority Agency. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube, y'all. Subscribe on YouTube. Watch the episodes. We have interesting things to say. And yeah, definitely follow on socials. Check out the other mixtures we're going to have coming up. We're going to be around the city more, seeing y'all in person. And that's it from us.
And of course, Max, thank you for joining us.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Oh my God, yes.
Hopefully, I said something worthwhile. And
You said some great. That was amazing. That was
and if I
amazing.
didn't, like, my bad. I'll do better next time. You know.
We're never having him back again. Let it be ghetto. Let it be great.
Peace.
Thank y'all.